28th. Ed, would you like to start?
No, you must be disappointed with that, but your team pushed it all the way, but obviously went all the way in the shootout and can't go over the line.
Yes, of course, when you lose a game, when you lose on penalties, you're always disappointed. On the other side, I'm delighted with the second half performance today, especially after the first half performance. It was really bad. And just Walter Benitez kept us in the game, and second half was much better. It was looked like an all-even game, and we had already two penalty shootouts this year. We won both, and today Arsenal was the lucky team. And to be honest, I've watched many penalty shootouts.
But your team pushed it all the way, but obviously went all the way in the shootout and can't go over the line.
Yes, of course, when you lose, this we won both, and today Arsenal was the lucky team. And to be honest, I've watched, I think, penalty shootouts in my life, but I can't remember having seen so many well-taken penalties. Yeah, and then it's always somebody has to miss. Today it was our players, but nobody to blame. And everything that happened in the last weeks and months is really huge credit to the players for their mindset, and so we'll take many positives from today's performance.
And on Benitez, it was a bit of a surprise to see him start. Obviously, it was an amazing performance from him, putting a bit of pressure perhaps on Dean Henderson to start.
No, Dean is our number one, but Walter deserves to play the cup games, and he saved the penalties against Millwall in round one. He had a clean sheet against Liverpool and doing really well in the training, so he deserved to play this competition. And also, to be honest, last year Matt Turner started, and then when we played here at the Emirates, I changed the goalkeepers and then played Dean Henderson, and we lost. And I said to Dean, I'm a little bit superstitious, I don't want to change again the goalkeeper. So that was the reason that Walter stayed in the goal, and he showed that he deserved it.
Okay.
How's Matt's sense, if I can just ask? I know it's not his fault or anything, but is he good enough to cope with a couple of setbacks?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That all that happens. You know, that's part. It's always taken when you take responsibility. You can fail. You know? So if you don't take responsibility, then you can't fail. So again, it's everybody who takes a penalty here in front of 60,000 shows a great personality, and then again it's part of football that you miss, and many big players missed a few penalties, and he will be fine.
Bobby.
Hi Oliver, can I just check on Chris Richardson? How is he?
Yes, he got a knock on his foot, or stamped on his foot, and had to be stitched. I don't know how many stitches, but a few. But doctor told me it doesn't look so bad. So I'm always hopeful, and of course we have to be hopeful. So I don't know if he will be okay for the Tottenham game, but I'm still hoping that he will be back then against Fulham, because of course, as mentioned, we have 16 on-field players, and we can't allow to miss someone else.
And obviously after the difficult 9 days, really, a tough game at Leeds, a tough first half tonight, to put that performance in the second half, it must bring a bit more confidence back into the group.
Yes, I hope so, yeah, and we will again the next 2 days. They don't hear anything. I think everybody now, it's so important to switch off and don't talk about football. Everybody, I think most of our players, everybody has a family, and so the parents deserve that their son comes home, not the football player comes home, and the wives or the girlfriends and the children, that the dad and the husband is now at home, and not the football player, and not talking about football 2.5 days, really switching off completely, because then we have 5 games in the next 2 weeks. But now it's really leave football, and then when we meet on the 26th in the afternoon, we will analyze this game today, and of course I'm pretty sure we will take many positives from it, and this performance and this switch of the performance especially should give us confidence, definitely.
Can I ask about the 2 half-time changes? Obviously it was a difficult first half for JD as well. Have you said anything to him? Do you need to say anything to him? He's a young player, I'm sure.
Yes, not today, so, but of course I will talk to him. But again, the next 2 days, I'm talking every day to the players, so they don't want to hear me every day. And yeah, I will have to talk to him. But that's you have to learn. Yeah, it's when you play with 19 in the Premier League, and then you play the top players like Martinelli or then Trossard, and then he didn't play again. But then it's a challenge. Yeah, and we will support him. He will get all the support and to learn from this game. Yeah, and Eddie got a slight knock, so it doesn't also look so serious, and hope that he will be. I'm sure he will be back for the tournament. Yeah, the Cup.
Feel like sooner or later this team's going to explode?
Well, that's what we want. I think what we have to do is continue to generate the chances that we do and conceding nothing. I don't think we conceded only one shot again. So, and do that and trust the players. I mean, they show great composure and quality on the penalty shootout. We have some very big open chances today to score goals, and we didn't. So trust them, keep training, and try to keep improving.
Can I just ask you about the kind of squad management over this period? There's a lot of games coming up. When you're trying to constantly manage who needs a rest, who needs minutes, you know, how are you picking your team for each individual moment? Plus, people are trying to get new relationships they might not play together. Is that more difficult than we might think on this side of the...
I see it as a privilege at the end because the attitude of the players, I mean, they make your job a joy. We had situation where we didn't have a choice, and up front for many months we have a situation, and now we have a situation in the back line. But it doesn't matter. We have situations like Christian, like Kepa, like any player that is there constantly, whatever the role that they have on the day or in training, they fulfill it. And then when they play, that's what they do. And every player has to be with that mindset because you're going to have a big role to play. You want to achieve what we want to achieve, and it's going to be the only way. So I'm very happy that everybody that is now available is with that mindset, with that attitude, and then when they have to play, they perform like they did today.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Mikel. It looks pretty animated today in your technical area. Was that the frustration at the margin not being bigger, it being a semi-final, or the changes, or a combination? Did you feel more invested in this game?
Well, yeah, obviously I wanted a bigger margin because I know that it's a team that doesn't need much. In 1-2 passes, they can attack your box and hurt you. And we discussed that as well. And then because I wanted to keep everybody on their toes and alive and understand the importance of the game, and the margins are very small when you want to win trophies, and we have to pay attention to every detail to achieve that.
Okay, a couple more on Palace. We'll go with Ed Guardian.
In terms of momentum, does winning tonight on penalties and against Everton the way that you won the other day, narrow win, does it do more for the team's morale and belief that you get over the line in those sort of situations?
Yeah, you have to win in different situations and contexts, and we had two very difficult games. We managed to beat them. Again, the margins should have been bigger, and that's something that we have to improve and be better at. But as well, credit to the boys that every 3 days they are performing at the level that they're doing.
Tom Fiddlenden.
Mikel, it's the first start for Gabriel Jesus, I think, in 345 days. Yeah. So I'm just curious as your thoughts on how he's performing on that.
So happy, and it was his 100th appearance today, I believe, and that explains the journey that he has. A lot of bumps in that road, but I pray with an incredible resilience, fight, and the spirit that 11 months after he's able to perform in the manner that he did. So great to have him back.
And just quickly on Christian Norgard, it's rarely started so far in the team, but came in tonight, played the 6th role, really important role on the side. How do you feel?
I'm very well, and he did very, very well. But no surprise, when we brought him and we had those discussions, he understood perfectly what his role was. He's someone that, like Kepa, does everybody around the team much better. And when you need him to play,